Doing again?
Welcome
to Com Nation.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Spies. Saboteurs. Assassins. We've all done terrible things on behalf of the rebellion.
Cassian Ander. Don't matter what you tell me or tell yourself. You'll ultimately die fighting these bastards. Wouldn't you rather give it all at once to something real?
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark.
There is organized rebel effort. Drill down and get a hunt started.
You realize what you set in motion? People will suffer.
Time has come to force their hand.
At what cost?
Everything.
Every day we wait, they get stronger.
Let's take them by surprise.
For the greater good. Call it what you will. Let's call it war.
People are standing up. They're afraid. Right now, they're afraid.
Star Wars Andor, 3-episode premiere, streaming September 21st.
An actual
Yes!
Star Wars. Yes.
Huh?
It's like an actual Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah. Fine.
So this week we're talking Star Wars.
Yes. Long ago in the
might
galaxy.
think, you might think we're going to talk Andor. You might think we're going to talk the Andor comic. Oh, we're not.
Because there isn't one yet. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Yeah, there's that. But anyway, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, aren't we?
Yeah. Just a little. Yeah.
Welcome to Con Nation. We're glad you're here.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Let's
We're
see.
happy
We
to have
like
you back.
comics, in case you haven't figured that out from our feed, etc.
Yeah.
And if you like comics or pop culture or human beings, you should give us a like and a follow. You should go to the website and sign up for the mailing list. You should follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter,
Yep.
all of it.
Hit
Because
the bell, hit the like, hit the subscribes.
hit to remind me, exactly. Because, well, damn it, we're a lot of fun.
We are.
And we are designed to sort of introduce you to something that you may not be so familiar with, but like do it with love and laughter and lots and lots of bad jokes. But no singing, so that's huge. Anyway.
Yes.
So, Andor.
Yeah.
So Andor, that's an upcoming Disney series. We saw a lot of folks in that you've seen before. Diego Luna is going to be in that again, etc.
Yes. And it's all in that nice sweet spot leading into the classic trilogy.
Exactly.
Just like Rogue One was.
Now, and if you know somebody who's like so Star Wars obsessed, and we kind of all do, we really recommend the Star Wars comic books, which is, we've done some stuff on Star Wars comic books before, but tonight we're talking about Doctor Aphra. And again, if you're wondering what sort of tie-in Doctor Aphra has with Andor, Todd, explain.
So, as part of that galaxy far, far away, there is a portion of time that all these different writers are playing with between the prequels and the classic Star Wars, and filling in and fleshing out all the characters in between.
So,
and somewhere in that process, Doctor Aphra made an appearance.
Yep. So anyway, but again,
that is, we're going to get to in just a sec.
We're going to unpack a little bit. We're getting ahead of ourselves again. But anyway, so if you're watching us live, and you really should watch us live because it's fun.
Yeah. You can play along at home.
You can play along. Go to crowd.live/whatever or scan it And if you're in any way wondering what the rules are, you know, you can go to com-nation.com and dig into it. But, come on.
Short and sweet. Is there multiple choice? You pick a guess. You get your points, depending on what you pick. And maybe you win.
Yes. And big, fabulous prizes. Fabulous prizes.
Bragging rights galore.
Feeling of pride, accomplishment,
Yes.
knowledge is power.
That you're fighting for something worthwhile.
All right, let's get started.
Let's.
First appearance of Dr. Aphra.
Yeah. At that point, long ago, in that galaxy far, far away, was
And the
it?
answer is March 2015. Now, we kind of hinted at it, but Dr. Aphra is the most popular character in Star Wars comics that isn't from the shows.
Right.
Dr. Aphra is only a Star Wars comic book character. She has never had, so far, exactly. She's never been in a show. She's never been in a movie, nothing.
Right.
She's only been in a Star Wars comics. And Star Wars comics have been around
Since the very beginning. They debuted
in Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the very first Star Wars back in 1977 when Marvel had the license and started adapting the first film.
Exactly.
And they've bounced around in between, and now Marvel has them back. Yay!
So, and the name it for no additional points, the Star Wars Marvel Big Green Bunny.
Jackson. I forgot his last name all of a sudden. Oh my gosh. I'm going to turn in my card.
Okay, fine.
It's
Our
Jack
geek
something.
runs deep. But speaking of the full names, etc.,
Mm-hmm.
what's Dr. Aphra's full name? So, it's Chelly Lona Aphra. I believe it's Chelly. I'm going with Chelly. Might be Kelly, but Dr. Aphra is a lot of fun. There's a reason she's like the most popular comic book character, because there's more than a few characters that have been introduced in the comics.
Yes.
We'll be talking about it a little bit, but she's head and shoulders. She's the most fun.
Yeah.
She's usually described as sort of Indiana Jones, but not.
Right. And sort of a roguish character, but maybe not.
Kind of like Han Solo, but not.
Right.
Or to put it another way, Dr. Aphra is going to shoot first.
Absolutely.
No argument. Dr. Aphra.
Not even a question.
What is Dr. Aphra a doctor of? Obstetrics and gynecology? Neurosurgery?
Hypermatter? Maybe? It's my guess. No?
No. Archaeology.
Oh,
So Dr. Aphra is an expert in droids and weapons, and ancient weapons especially, and she's Jedi artifacts. She knows how to make the Jedi stuff works. But again, it's sort of like Indiana Jones, but different. I mean, right. I'm saying she likes snakes.
Yeah. And all sorts of other creatures.
But the wisecracking is there, the adventures. So, but she's got her doctorate.
Yes.
Where did she get her doctorate? For any of y'all who said Star Trek Academy, no, that was not right.
No.
She proudly graduated from the There's a story there. Probably. University of Barleth. So Barleth is in grid square M10 for those of you who are familiar with the standard galactic grid. And yeah, the university was built on the ruins of the Temple of the Ascendant. So a lot of history there.
Mhm.
But yeah, Dr. Aphra, brilliant girl. She's a genius. She's quick-witted.
Quick
etc.
shooting.
Quick shooting.
That too.
And just a wee bit morally ambiguous.
Yes.
And a heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, at school, what was the name of her teacher?
Maybe even mentor, even.
Yeah. Are there any Isaac Asimov fans out there tonight? Okay. Yes. Every other. The correct answer is 2 Nicks because the rest of them, the rest of them are all characters from Isaac Asimov's Foundation novels.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, this is some of his earliest work. This is some of his best work. And Todd, did I hear a rumor that Apple TV was going to adapt some of it?
They keep saying they're gonna. They tried to do a little bit with one early on, but that was like, I think right when COVID hit. And I'm not sure they've gotten back to it, but
Anyway,
hopefully so.
her her teacher, not a nice guy.
You.
Gee, I wonder if there was any tension between them. Maybe you should read the book and find out.
Yeah. You have some professors that are a little too arrogant for their own good.
Know-it-alls. What
Know-it-alls.
about these know-it-alls?
There's all those guys too, and gals,
Yeah.
and
We don't know anybody like that.
Mm-mm. Well, I know one.
Yeah, but speaking of it, I know one too. But speaking of bragging and know-it-all, Aphra is super proud that she discovered something. And that would be the Amberson symbiotes.
Right. Absolutely.
So Amberson symbiotes have to be fed into a plasma surface to keep them in a dormant state. For all of those folks out there who think cleaning the cat box on a daily basis is a big chore, you apparently have to mess with the plasma furnace to keep these folks happy.
Yeah.
But you can just sort of keep them regularly exposed to a plasma that should work as well. So there you go. Tips for how to keep your Amberson symbiotes alive.
Who says we're not helpful?
Exactly. There's a little bit of a story for the Amberson symbiote. So, if somebody's trying to sell you one, maybe you don't want to buy. Maybe you want to read the book before you buy. Just saying.
Yeah.
For your own good. We're helping you.
Important safety tips in there.
So.
Thanks, Egon.
Now, one of the main themes throughout the entire Star Wars universe is, are you working for the light? Are you working for the dark? Somebody recruited Doctor Aphra.
Right.
Who was it?
Believe it or not.
Darth Vader.
Dun, 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 dun.
If you were with us when we were did the quiz and we're talking about the Darth Vader comics, and you should have been, we talked a little bit about Dr. Aphra. That's her first appearance was in Darth Vader #3, which was in 2015. Yeah. He had some stuff he needed done. I'm thinking like he had a plumbing problem in his bathroom and he thought she could help with the sink. Was that it? That was it. Something like that.
Yeah. Or maybe it's under the fact that she's an archaeologist and knows something about.
It's a really old sink. Really old sink.
Could be.
But
maybe it's even a sinkhole. Gotta be an interesting boss, though.
Better. Oh, I'm sure Darth Vader is a joy to work with. What could possibly go wrong?
Right. Ever been to the cantina?
But as to when she was recruited, right?
Right. Pivotal point.
It was right after the Battle of which?
Network stars?
Yes.
Oh, different stars. Sorry, not the network
It was
stars.
after the Battle of Yavin.
Yes, that infamous battle.
Go crazy. You love the Battle of Yavin so much.
Mm-hmm. Considering there's the guy who's considered the hero of the Battle of Yavin. What was that kid's name again?
Luke something.
Luke
yeah,
something, that arm boy. Yeah.
For those of you who are maybe casual Star Wars fans, and there's got to be one or two of you, you know the bit in the original movie, or which is to say the first movie that came out, where the Death Star exploded, right?
Right. And Luke fires that one shot down that 2-meter thing no bigger than the Womp Rat. Yeah.
That is the Battle of Yavin.
Yes. The Battle of Yavin took
Now
out
you
the
know.
moon of Yavin and took out the original Death Star.
I believe it is. The moon is referred to as Yavin 4.
Yes.
Might be Yavin 5.
As long as it's not City Alpha 6.
That was me. But anyway, so after Darth Vader needs some help, maybe it's with his home repair, maybe it's something else.
Maybe it's figuring out how to plug up those space vents so you can't shoot them through them.
Finally.
Because clearly the engineers didn't know that.
You would have thought they would have figured it out the first time. Aphra, she's not on her own, luckily enough.
No, she's got some capable help.
She's got droids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first droid is a protocol droid. We know protocol droids, right?
Like C-3PO.
Exactly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And her protocol droid is 000, also known as Trip.
Right.
And as a protocol droid, he does what protocol droids do. He is designed to specialize in etiquette, customs translation. What was the other one?
What else the other thing he does? Oh yeah, torture.
Yeah, can you just imagine C-3PO like torturing someone? It's just like maybe by whining them to death.
I was to say, if you're stuck on the ship with him long enough, it's sheer torture.
And all I'm saying is, Asimov fans, someone has not read, or someone does not know about Asimov's Laws of Robotics.
No.
The second one, Beatty, who's sort of R2D2-ish, he is or was created by the Galactic Empire's Tarkin Initiative. And
or Grand Moff Tarkin, who ran the Death Star.
Exactly. So, and he, so R2D2 had specializations, like he'd go with you in the plane, in the X-Wing fighter, etc. BT also has, yes, exactly. Yeah. BT also has some specializations, specifically
assassination.
Yeah, so like seriously, someone has not, the Asimov Laws of Robotics, it's like they do not apply.
Oh, unless somebody clever with maybe a doctorate did something to these two droids.
So
just throwing that idea out there.
But among her hardware, she of course has a ship.
Of course she does.
And her ship is called So, by my count, throughout the whole span of the Star Wars comics, I think she goes through 4 ships or more. I don't know.
She's not exactly easy on hardware.
Yeah. But she calls them all the Archangel.
Yes.
And there you go. And some of them, apparently, she may or may not paint blue or white, but I don't quite understand that. Anyway.
As long as there's a place to hang the fuzzy dice.
Exactly. And the hula girl on the dashboard.
Yeah, exactly.
At the beginning of the story, Aphra has just managed to avoid being backstabbed by
Ubiktan.
So
Yeah.
remember when we said she'd shoot first? Well, actually, she was defending herself-ish in this situation.
Mhm.
These things happen. Ulbek Pan was a criminal who, he was trying to kill her. He was trying to steal from her.
Yeah.
He was not a nice person.
No.
And luckily,
might have deserved it.
Luckily, Doctor Aphra got the better of him.
Mm-hmm. Left a nice body for some other archaeologist to find.
Yeah. And she found some stuff that, again, read the book to get the details. And she really needed to take it to sell it because Aphra owes some money to an organization represented by
Pizza the Hut.
Yep. It's Sutak. Apparently, Dr. Aphra had bought some secondhand bolts, I think. Was it parts? What did she buy? She bought something.
Yeah.
And Sutak, was like, hey, apparently Visa, MasterCard is not a thing in the Star Wars universe. And he came and he's like, hi.
I need some galactic credits, and your credit's not any good. So I need real stuff. Yeah. Cash in the barrelhead, so to speak.
But the thing of it is, and she would have paid him. She gladly would have paid him, right? I mean,
right. She would have.
Except she owed more money.
Yeah. To other people.
Yeah. Other much furrier people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Raise your hand if you remember the Star Wars holiday special. Anyone?
Harvey Korman, yes. Comedy god.
Okay, so the Star Wars holiday special introduced, which is no longer considered canon, go search YouTube. Originally it came out on CBS in like 1978? 7?
Yeah. 8 or 9.
Yeah, it's no longer considered canon. It's horribly but done, really silly. But the Star Wars Holiday Special introduced the wiki home planet of Kashyyyk.
Yes.
Yes. And
Kashyyyk.
While Chewbacca will forever in our hearts be our favorite Wookiee, there are many, many Wookiees out there. Specifically,
yes.
Specifically, Chrysanthemum here, who is one, I don't think he was hanging with Chewbacca, his wife Mala, and his son Lumpy, during Life Day.
Oh, no.
No, because Chrysanta, also known as Black Chrysanta, or Santy, or BK, or Black K, one guess as to who's given him all those nicknames. He is a legendary Wookiee bounty hunter.
Yes.
By the way, he's black and he's furry and he's a Wookiee, so if you see him and stuff, you'll know who he is.
Stay away from the black Wookiees.
Trying to look great. But Todd, for an additional no points, Star Wars or holiday special introduced saw the debut of which other legendary bounty hunter?
That would be Boba Fett before he showed up in Empire Strikes Back.
Exactly. Yes. Although I'm reasonably sure he was on the naughty list and got no presents.
No, but he eventually got that Sulak he always wanted, or that always wanted him.
Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming, So Sutak He's got some bodyguards.
He does.
There is a race of folks who specialize in bodyguards. They can't speak the galactic dialogue, so they always have to have the translator. And yes, y'all, they are the Gigorans. They are tall, they are hairy, they've got that funky mask on them because they can't, apparently they are incapable of speaking the official galactic dialogue and have to have a translator on at all points. And yeah, Sutath, he needed a little muscle. He brought him with.
Yep.
Obviously, that probably worked out super well for him.
Yeah. It's a nice intimidation factor. Good for negotiations, as Darth Vader would say.
Speaking of Darth Vader, here's the thing. Dr. Aphra once told Vader that her worst fear, top 10, was being ejected into space.
Yes.
So when Vader decided to terminate Aphra's employment, he
took her seriously.
He ejected her into space. I mean, what color is your parachute? So
blue and white. It's called an archangel. Oh.
But Aphra knew that Vader would launch her from her ship and had plans in place to be captured in space and rescued once he threw her out into space. This is a woman she's fairly well organized in a chaotic, morally ambiguous kind of way.
Yeah.
So, but Trip and Beatty came and rescued her in the Archangel. And Dr. Aphra obviously survived, but Vader thinks she's dead.
Which, honestly, is not a bad position to be in if the Galactic Empire didn't want you around anymore.
Yep, but she's not quite dead yet. She's getting better.
She's not dead yet.
And if you want to find out what happens next, we do recommend that you read the book.
Exactly. That's why it's a cool book.
So, again, we're talking about Dr. Aphra, the comic book. Official blurb. Following her time in the clutches of Darth Vader, Dr. Aphra has barely escaped with her life. If the Dark Lord of the Sith ever learns of her survival, he'll hunt her to the ends of the galaxy. He is not a good... I don't think she's contacting him and asking him for a job reference. What do you say?
Nope. I think she'll let that one go.
But for now, it's time to do what she does best. With droids 000 and Beatty in tow, she's off in search of rare artifacts from the galactic center into the outer rim and everywhere in between. Aphra's got debts to pay, y'all. It actually says y'all in there, but maybe that's because I wrote it. Just as long as she can stay one step ahead of the Empire, some bounty hunters, and about everybody else in the Empire.
Yes.
Dr. Aphra has illustrated by Kevin Walker. And Kevin Walker,
who's in Britain, works through a lot of books like 2000 AD and some Warhammer comics, as well as doing some stuff now for Marvel. Yeah.
And Kieran Gillen, who's the writer, also a British writer.
Yes.
He's been a journalist. He's been a critic. He's done some stuff for. He's doing stuff for Dynamite, for Marvel.
Boom. Avatar. Image.
He's done X-Men. He's done Iron Man. Yeah, a bunch of stuff.
Good stuff.
So
and helped come up with Doctor Aphra.
Exactly. I think he's one of the creators.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So before we tell you who won this week, we're going to take one more minute to do a shameless plug.
Right, a couple of them actually.
Y'all. Yeah.
Yeah. Coming up in
Comic-Con. We're going to be doing a live show, at least one, maybe two.
And there's all sorts of other cool, exciting people there. There's like some top creators like Jim Lee and Frank Miller and some Disney princesses and lots and lots of comic artists,
And,
writers.
and speaking of Star Wars, there's an entire legion of Star Wars cosplayers known as the
501st Legion. Yes, they will be there as well.
exactly. So it's
So
gonna be fun.
make sure you know how to hide your droids.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
This is not the Budweiser you want either. It's mine.
Okay. Hey, next week we're doing Justice Society of America. Now, if you've
Yes.
watched some of our previous stuff, and really you should like, follow, join the mailing list, etc.
Yes. Mhm.
We have we've been going through members of the Justice Society. We've done Hawkman, we've done Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
Next week we're just going to break down and do the Justice Society because, they're going
Is
to
that
fight.
all?
Who they going to fight?
Well, they're all going to show up very shortly in a movie called Black Adam, which comes out in early October. So we're trying to help you figure out who all these
Just to know
characters
a
are.
little bit about and to have it,
Yeah.
And if you wanted to, and if you come away from the movie thinking, wow, that was really cool, I want to read more about it, here you go. Because, again, we said before and say again, the Star Wars comics,
Yeah.
they're good. They work well with continuity. These folks obviously work really hard to find a story that augments your Star Wars experience.
Yes.
And, there's
Yeah.
basically, we've done 3 or 4 Star Wars comics now. There's
They'll
not
fit
one.
nicely into
Yeah, there is
the
not
path,
a
yeah.
single Star Wars comic that we have done that we wouldn't recommend. So if you're up for Star Wars and if you can't wait for Andor,
Check
check out the
Dr. Aphra.
comics.
Yeah.
But next
Mhm.
week, and if you can't wait for Black Adam, check out some of the Hawkman stuff we did. Check out the Dr. Fate. And next week you can check out the Justice Society.
Yeah.
We got Cyclone, we got Atom Smasher. It's gonna be great.
Yes. And history beyond.
All right. So this week's winner, Mary Smith, second week in a
Mary,
row.
woo! Mary, she's on a roll now. It's twice.
I know.
She's rocking.
All right. Hey, thanks for coming. Mailing
Yes.
list, website. You know the drill.
Yeah. If you want some check out, have us doing some books you like, let us know in the comments or an
Seriously.
email.
Let us know because we're
Yeah.
always trying to do better and have fun, make some
Exactly.
money from charity. If you
Yeah.
want us to show up at your Comic-Con, let us know. I'm willing to go.
And be sure to
So-
read more comics.
Talk to you later. Bye.